Hey guys, hi, and welcome to Hanani's Thoughts. Today on Hanani's Thoughts, I want to share a few things with you that I feel would inspire you. First and foremost, is my birthday, so yeah, I'm excited about that. I just want to share a few reflections, lessons, reminders that life has been teaching me. And I still live by these principles. I still live by this. I mean, I'm still learning. I'm still living and growing in these principles. But as it is my birthday, I feel inspired to share this with you. Okay? Let's get into it. Now, over the course of my life, I have learned that these 10 principles that I will be sharing, keys that if you listen to and adhere by them, you would have tangible experiences that can shake your life. This is my birthday gift to you. Have I made mistakes? Oh, absolutely. I'm going to share. I'm going to talk about some of them if time allows me, because I'm trying to keep this video short. Have I learned from those mistakes? I have. But overall, experience has taught me the 10 things. Number one, prioritize God. Put God first. I have learned that everything just falls into place when God is priority in your life in ways that you can't even explain. I mean, I look at my life some 7, 8 years ago, and the gap between then and now is remarkable. Remarkable because I can't even pinpoint the exact time when certain things changed. But I can tell you that putting God first in my life has brought remarkable results. And I want to put this out there. So in case you're watching this video, you're thinking to yourself, I mean, I love God. I try to, but I can't keep by his principles. And he has done certain things to me that feels like I can't deal with him anymore. So I'm giving God a break. I'm giving God this. It's time for me to do my thing myself. There is no God anywhere that's coming to save you. I have a word for you. God doesn't expect you to be perfect. God does not want you to be perfect. He needs you to have a relationship with him. Think about that. Are there experiences we had that we couldn't explain from a spiritual perspective, neither from a scientific perspective? Absolutely. But what keeps us going is the understanding that we have a solid relationship in Jesus. Yes. So it doesn't matter how far you've gone away from me. It's not too late to turn back. That's my first principle in life, prioritizing God. Oh, believe me, I've tried things. And being born into a Christian family is one of the things that makes you think you know God, but you don't. You would realize eventually that being born into a Christian family is not enough. You would have to get to a place where you experience Him for yourself. I'll speak more about this some other time. So number one, prioritize God. 10 lessons. I think I should call this my 10 life principles or 10 life lessons. Right? Number two, find your path and purpose. Find your path and purpose. Life literally starts to make sense when you find your path. Life literally starts to come together. Things starts to join together and suddenly makes sense when you find your purpose, when you find your path in life. The only way you find fulfillment is by walking in purpose, is by walking in your path, finding your path and walking it. Many people think wealth gives fulfillment. I can promise you it doesn't. Otherwise, you won't find rich people who commit suicide. Purpose gives your life meaning. It gives direction to your energy. Find your path. I would say that my life began to make sense when I found my path. I remember there was a time in my life where I was doing things, I was making good money at the time. and everything came crashing down. I remember crying to God and being like, what's next? What's next? Because I thought that money could give me fulfillment, but it did not. Eventually, I would start working in the things I ran away from. And that's the challenge. You see, when you run away from purpose, it always ends up catching up with you eventually. And sometimes you bear so much regret that you didn't start early. Yeah. So find your path. In another series, I will talk about how to find your path. And this brings me to the third point, which is get comfortable with doubt. Because you see, when you find your path, you are the only one who will believe in that path. This is where the hard meat starts. When you find that one thing that is yours, believe me, even your closest friends will not believe in it. Your family even would not believe with it at the start. The journey to identifying and working in purpose starts very lonely. It's a very lonely path. You will have people doubt you. You will have people who think you're not normal because you're trying to break the norm. And it's okay because, that's what it means. That's what abnormal means, right? So you've got to get comfortable with people doubting your path, people doubting you. If it was comfortable, if it was popular, everyone would do it. The fact that you're the only one who sees it, who understands it, goes to tell you that you're on the right path. So get comfortable with doubt. Get comfortable with people thinking that you lost it. It's okay. I promise you, every great person started that way. I remember when there was a time in my life where I just started working in purpose. I just started, knowing God and growing in my relationship with God at the time. And something happened where I had everyone around me doubt me. Everyone, including family members. It felt like I didn't know what I was doing. And it's so much so that you would feel so lonely in that path. Can't count how many times I would go. I used to live with my sister then, and then I'll go into like a bush path. And there's this railway path that was very close to my sister's house. So I would go there. I would cry my heart out, praying and crying, asking God, I know what you showed him. Because no one believed. No one understood. It didn't make any sense to even start explaining. You feel like a mad person. You look like a mad person. Get comfortable with that doubt. Moving on. Number 4, now that you have found your purpose, now that you have found your giftings, the next thing is to understand that value is your access card. The gates of life will only open to those who have something to offer. Listen carefully. The gates of life will only open to those who have something to offer. If you do not have any gift that you can exchange at the gates of life, you would remain frustrated. Value is your access card to the table of greatness. Value is that factor that differentiates men. Value is that factor that differentiates someone who was born without a silver spoon from someone who was born with one. Value is that one thing that breaks all forms of discrimination. Value. I grew up in an environment where it didn't seem like there was much. I came from humble beginnings, and I'm someone you would say had no advantage whatsoever. No rich uncle, no rich auntie, no one. But when I realized that God has placed something within me called a gifting that the whole world will seek, I knew it was really a matter of time before the world sought me. I'm not there yet. Oh, but I promise you that I'm on my way there. One of the most inspiring stories I heard was that of Dr. Miles Monroe of blessed memory. He was someone who grew up in what you would call real humble beginning. family of, is it 7 or 9 now? Living in one-room apartments where roof was leaking, and every time it rained, they would literally sleep on top of water. Those kinds of humble beginnings. But that guy rose from that place. In fact, it was so bad that having to feed was even a struggle in the Bahamas. But he rose from that place to become someone that presidents of nations sought after. And I never forgot that. It was one of the greatest inspirations I had in my life. I have in my life till now. That if that man could rise to become advisor to presidents of nations, speaking and bringing peace to nations, I have no excuse. You were born looking like your parents, but you will die looking like your choices. It's okay to be born in humble beginnings. It's okay to come from humble beginnings, to not have advantage whatsoever. I empathize with you. Dare I say I understand it. However, the moment you are at a certain age, the excuse of I was born into humble beginnings is lost. Because what you make out of your life becomes your choice, not that of your parents. You can stay blaming your parents or borning you into humble beginnings. Or you could make a choice to become a parent that won't put your children through that same path. How would you do that? By discovering your giftings, your purpose, and understanding that value, that thing that is inherent, that God has given you, is what will put you to sit with kings. One of the greatest lessons I learned in my life is that anybody can rise from anywhere to become anything. Anybody can rise from anywhere to become anything. A pauper can become a president. A pauper can become a billionaire. As long as you have the ability to learn and you have your inherent giftings, you can become anything. The choice is yours. Next up, excellence over everything. That's point 5. I wrote here, I said value will get you noticed, but excellence keep you respected. Excellence is that key that opens the doors to pathways that you wouldn't need to knock too hard. Your value will get you noticed. What keeps you at the seat of greatness is excellence. Because you see, great people don't look for mediocrity. Great people are not attracted to mediocrity. Oh, my dear generation, hear this. Greatness will never be attracted to mediocrity until you can put out your value packaged properly, excellently, and said to a targeted market or a targeted database. Forget about greatness. What is excellence? Excellence is how you package the giftings that you have in such a way that it can be served to kings. That's what excellence is. Packaging your value in a way that can be served to kings. Surpassing all ordinary standards. That's what excellence is. How replaceable are you? When you go somewhere, how replaceable are you? When we do something, how replaceable are you? Excellence says, everybody can do this, or I can do it best. The level of your excellence can be measured by how easily replaceable you are. When you're not in a place, is your absence felt? Or people don't even notice that you are not there? In that choice of path you have followed, can you beat your chest and say, I'm standing at the peak of this mountain? Excellence. Next up, number 6, contemplation and lesson I have learnt is the power of networks. Oh, I can speak about this all day. The power of networks. It was AGS that once said, whatever money can buy, relationships can buy. It is true. Oh, it is true. You are as great as your network. You are as big as your network. Like the popular saying, your network is your net worth. If you are someone who does not know how to prioritize relationship over mundane things. You won't do much in life. You would not. I have seen people fight over money. I will never be able to understand that. People who can go as far as killing over money. There is no amount of money that will replace certain relationships in my life. Because you see, we're in a generation who have falsely believed that money can buy respect, money can buy love, money can buy relationships. It's not true. I can tell you this for free that it's not true. In fact, anything money buys, money will keep it. If money buys a relationship, be sure that money will keep it. Am I saying money is not good? Oh, absolutely not. I'm getting that. But do not prioritize money over relationships. Because there will come a time in your life when you have achieved the money you are chasing. Because of course, eventually you achieve it. At that point in time, you look around and like Two-Face said, too much money with no one to share it with. You will then realize that everything we do on this earth, as long as this earth is concerned, is because of relationships. Why do you want to be wealthy? Because you can spend it on something. You can buy a house, you can buy a car, you can buy this, you can buy that. Simply because they are people. Think about it this way. Imagine if all the banks in the world are opened for you to have access to, and there is no one in this world, just you. What would you do with the money? So it means that the money is only as important as the relationships. Your network truly is your net worth. Number 7, edit your circle. The 7th lesson I've learned in my life is edit your circle. Anyone who does not share your values, does not share your goals, not the same goals, but at least similar goals that look like you're headed in the same direction, it's okay to cut them off, to just end the relationship. You shouldn't have space in your life for people who are not deserving of it. I've given a video on parasitic relationships. You can go click on the link below to get them. I would link it somewhere here. Parasitic relationships should not be in your life. You see, the more people in your life, especially when there are people that are not headed in the direction you're going, the harder it is for you to achieve your visions, for you to achieve your goals, because they will be like lockages that you're pulling along. And the door to greatness, I can promise you, is very small. It can only take one person. Number 8, invest in people who matter to you. Still on relationships. Invest in the people that matter to you. Grow and rise with them. Rise with your circle. Don't rise alone. One of the worst things that can happen to you is to be alone. I would always say never fight alone. Never. Invest in your circle. One of the surest ways of investing, the safest ways of investing is in people. Number 9, I wrote here, I said money matters. Oh, it does. Money is important. I'm not saying you should lust after it or you should worship it, but don't play with it. Don't pretend like it's nothing. It is something. Coming from someone like I shared my story where I was talking, who has experienced a bit of both sides, I will tell you that comfort is the better side. So don't blink money. And then finally, results speaks. Result has a voice. I wrote here, I said at the end of the day, results silence noise. When your work produces fruits, you don't have to explain yourself. When you're going through all of these processes, and at the end of the day, you will find out that your results will convince those people who didn't believe in you in the first place. It's why it's futile trying to argue with people or convince people about what is right and what is not. You're on the right path, you're not on the right. It's not necessary. Just have results. Results will push even the most hardened enemy of yours to your side. I can't tell you that. That's how powerful results are. So in closing, these are the lessons that I have learned over the course of my life, the duration of my life. And I could break this into smaller sections, but as a whole, this is the bulk of it. Recap, put God first, walk in purpose, stay excellent, love deeply, and chase results, not validation. I hope this has inspired you. I do hope he does. Until next time, my name is Precious Hanani, and this is Hanani's Thoughts. Bye for now.